Unfortunately, we haven't been able to integrate, because it's built in PML, we'd love to be able to integrate Nielsen's net ratings for mobile product, because I see some of that data is beginning to be published, and I see sites like Joubert, I think it is, the soccer site, being billed as South Africa's biggest mobile site with 100,000 users. So there are a lot of sites missing there, and that's part of the work that MMA needs to do. Is really make investments in that measurement, that objective measurement. There's not guys like me from media ownership environments saying this is how big our stuff is. But it is, you have to believe me for now. The average click-through rate remains above 2%. Now let me just remind you that a typical click-through rate on a banner, for example, in the PC internet environment, in the web environment, is around 0.2%, 0.3% if you're doing really well, 0.1% if you're an insurance brand who's just got a permanent presence in those environments. So at 2%, mobile is still delivering around between 10 and 20 times the clicks per impression versus web media. And this isn't just Vodafone Live, this is fairly typical of graphical banners in the WAP world, in the mobile internet world. So in Vodafone Live, you can purchase banners at the top of every page, clickable banners, which once clicked, drives the customer to a mobile site. There are a range of other opportunities attached to that. You've got click to call, so you can immediately initiate a call to a call center, whether it be a sales or service call center. Click to SMS, get SMS information back in real time, just following one click. Click to MMS. Click to contact, so click to contact me, call me back in other words, via one click. And then a whole range of lead generation initiatives where you're one click away from, for example, having us pre-populate your mobile phone number into a field, and just click a submit button which goes through to a call center in real time and has, for example, someone selling insurance calling you straight back. There are other opportunities that we've got some text ad inventory. If you don't have graphical banner capability, you don't have design banners. We host mini sites. We've done some really cool mini sites, for example, for Coke, for Nike, for Steers, for a range of other brands, where we take a subset of their content and actually host it inside of Vodafone Live. And typically that would involve the ability for consumers to also get free stuff, free content. So, Nike branded wallpapers of football stars, for example, but all with the brand attached. Great viral impact because there's no DRM on that. It's fully affordable and shareable. We also have something we call tenancy offering, which is a newly launched service which allows you to have a permanent presence. So we only have 48 tenants in our environment, 48 slots available, which allows you to basically put your brand in Vodafone Live permanently from 20,000 Rand a month, which we think is really, really good value. If you're looking to drive traffic to your own mobile site, that could be something you want to consider. Just very quickly, I've got a couple of case studies. They're not necessarily just the best stuff, but just to give you a feel. So this is just Coke's Happiness Factory campaign a little while ago in Vodafone Live. So as I said, we hosted a mini site for them, but there were also a lot of banner inventory that they purchased to drive traffic to their own site. But you could essentially download wallpaper, screensavers, videos, Coke ringtones, Happiness Factory game. There's a competition you could enter. So a lot of customer engagement, and a lot of brand associated content. Fantastic, fantastic outcome for Coca-Cola. Another quick case study we did for Nokia. Well, it wasn't actually built for Nokia. We, together with a production company, developed, in my view, the first made-for-mobile soap opera, free to market in the world. That's been done, made-for-mobile's been done, but never fully brand sponsored. So Like Life was the first in the world and fully brand sponsored. There were 40 episodes, ranging in length between a minute and 2 minutes. which you could download and watch over 40 episodes in the series. With a Nokia, this is video of course, with a Nokia top and tail. So I think it's a 5 to 8 second Nokia ad going into the content, and at the end of the content another ad. We're looking to do another couple of those. We're working on a few projects and are looking for typically single sponsorship, although we're happy to split the sponsorship opportunity up between 2, 3, 4 brands. But I think it really works well when a single brand takes up the whole thing. So if you're any interest in that, please contact me, let us know. Typically though, we only take these on a very large scale. So you're looking at a 7-digit sponsorship number here, no less than that, to take out something like that. This is quite cool. All of you watch rugby. Would have seen the Player 23 stuff with branding on the Super 14 fields. So what we've done here is built quite a specific audience, which is a rugby audience. So if you have a brand who's looking to talk to passionate rugby lovers, this is quite a cool place to do it. So a couple of opportunities. You can take out the whole thing if you want. So at a sponsorship level, you can run banners on the site. There are also alerts, news alerts, and schedule alerts to people who've opted into this service on the site, where we attach brand advertising to those alerts. So a great place to be if you're looking to talk to rugby fans. The grid. This is just such innovative stuff. I mean, bear in mind that this is a cell phone company which is really attempted here to do Web 2.0 stuff. This is network agnostic. This is not just for Vodacom customers. In fact, only about 60% of grid users are Vodacom customers. The rest are MTN and CellC. And I think this thing's really pushing the boundaries. About 430,000 registrations in the last 6 months. We had very few since we relaunched it. I hired Vincent Meyer from Modern Guardian about 8 months ago to do nothing other than build the grid and have a single-minded focus on grid. And he's done an amazing job. He's really done a brilliant job. We're running at about 90,000 users a month, new users registering for the service. Of course, the key to the grid is that it contextualizes everything relative to your location, or alternatively, where you say you are. Because you have the ability to manually update your location and not necessarily have the grid do it for you, if you so choose. From an advertiser or from a marketer's perspective, I guess the great thing about the grid is that it represents the first in what I believe to be a whole new generation of contextual location targeting propositions. So today, for example, you can go to the grid.co.za, which is the grid website, and you will see, I hope it's running at the moment, you should see some banners from Nando's. We're running a very experimental trial with Nando's at the moment, where in web, forget about mobile, because remember, you come onto the grid site, if you're a grid member and register for the grid, and your mobile phone is on, you will still be located even in the web environment. So we're able to serve Nando's Rondebosch, if there is such a thing. I'm not from Cape Town, but if there was a Nando's in Rondebosch, that would be the banner you would see, with potentially a special offer from Nando's Rondebosch. So location-targeted advertising in the web, which I think is certainly not a world first, because it's been tried by IP addresses before, but this is getting down to a couple of 100 meters in accuracy on the web. Similarly on mobile, which is where the largest user base is, as I said, over 400,000 already, you can run location-specific ads. If you're a national brand with multi-branch infrastructure, you can run specific campaigns for specific branches, down to town level, down to suburb level.